Hello, hello. Uh, Another intense day. Um, I wanted to talk a little bit today about a term you may have heard. A lot of people call it an NPC or a non-player character. And I'm going to describe what they are. And you're probably going to notice that there's been a whole bunch of them showing up in your life lately, and it's kind of crazy. So, if we look at the planet as a place where we're learning our lessons and we're trying to get to a place of awareness in our awakening and our ascension, um, we call in soul contracts, other souls, and kind of make agreements with them to have certain experiences. But there's a lot of craziness going on the planet right now, and there's a lot of people that have kind of given up their I don't know what you want to call it, incarnation or lessons, or they got too hard for themselves. And those people don't just die all the time. Sometimes they just kind of their soul steps out of their body, and then there's these kind of non-player characters, these people that continue on in the role, um, to maybe clear up any soul contracts, etc. But their conscious awareness, their soul is no longer there. So you're going to see a lot of these people going around. There's some people that say that like 4/5 of the population, after all of the stuff that's gone on, are in these roles. And the easiest way to recognize these people are people that are poking and get off on causing you some strain, stress, issues, etc., whatever you want to call it. And it's part of their what's left is to try and torment, and they're kind of running around trying to fulfill some role. A lot of the people that exited had some kind of lineage trauma or darkness within them, and it's still living out with the rest of their incarnation until this timeline ends. So I find it a lot in traffic, people that get in your blind spot or chase you, like they're driving really slow, and then you go to pass them, and then they're like hooked onto you, and they just want to get some charge off of your frustration. I find it in like supermarkets or whatever, people that just lock their carts across an aisle, just trying to get a little charge or a little bit of loosh or whatever you want to call it, spiritual energy, from people just playing the game. And there's a lot of times some darkness or other things that are connected there. Um, it's just crazy. If you watch for it, you'll start to notice it. Um, I got cut off by a guy as I was coming here that kind of made the plan for this, and he came across two lanes of traffic to get right in front of me, and then drove slow in front of me, and all these things. And I was a little bit frustrated, but I could also see the game, and I kind of smiled and watched. And then when I had an opportunity to get past them and move on, the behavior stopped. And you probably see this happen lots of times. People that poke you. I find it. I live in an apartment building, and the person above me tromps around the house and drops things all day long and all this stuff, way more than that would ever happen with a normal person. But it's to get under my skin, or it's to poke or steal some energy. And you're probably seeing this, especially on Facebook. There's a lot of people out there that are fake profiles, don't even exist or whatever, and they're calling you names, they're saying things about you, reinterpreting what you've said, trying to piss you off. And the best thing that I can see right now in when you're interacting with non-player characters is just smile and laugh it off. And you don't even have to be angry about it, but I just find use the term fuck off. And a lot of times the energy cords are chopped right there in that second, and then the interaction is no longer there. You can also put like mirrors up energetically inside your field. Uh, they're just looking for somebody to kind of suck off of, because there's not a lot of energy left. they can't take energy from each other, so they're looking for it from people that are light, that are awakened, etc. And it's also part of our tests, is to interact with all this unconsciousness and meet it with consciousness, so we're reconstructing the new world. So if you have non-player characters in your world, smile, don't get upset, and just breathe and let it pass through you, and it'll go really quick. But in the past, it might have bothered you, it might have pissed you off, it might have set you off for the rest of the day. This is all the last test, the push, the squeeze, that's finally completing our awakening process and just proving to ourselves that we're not having to deal with that stuff anymore. So you can play the game, or you don't have to play the game, and the simplest is to not play the game. Just smile at them, walk away, don't engage, don't even acknowledge that they're there, and they lose interest very, very quickly. But you may find that this is relentless sometimes, and it happens with me. And the more you worry about it, the more you get talking about it or whatever, the more likely that it'll continue. But just let them go, say quietly, fuck off. You don't have to say it to their face, but the energy cords just go away, and then they're done. But there's so many of them flurrying around. They're just trying to get some last little boost before we all ascend here. So I love you all. Thank you for listening. And yeah, if you have any experiences like this, put it in the bottom. How did it work out for you? More than happy to share that with other people, so that we can all learn from each other's experience. So have a great day. Thank you for listening, and we'll talk more soon. Love you. Bye.